Hello students, welcome back to another session from eLearning Edu. In today's class, we will be dealing with Mendeleev's periodic table, and you have learned about the periodic classification of elements, and you know that behind the modern periodic table or behind the foundation of this modern periodic table, there were many scientists who worked hard to find our modern periodic table. And we have studied about the Dobrinus triads. What does this Dobrinus triad say students? And tri means 3, that is he classified the elements into 3 groups. And next is the Newland's law of octaves, and both was failure. And next comes to the Newland's periodic table, and behind the foundation of this modern periodic table, our Russian scientist named as Mendeleev has a great role behind this modern periodic table. And here at the time of Mendeleev, there were 63 elements known. 63 elements were founded by different scientists, and these 63 elements should be classified or should be grouped under one group. As you all know that whenever you go to a grocery shop or a medical shop, all the things will be well arranged, and so these elements, that is these elements have to be arranged in a definite manner, and this is done by our scientist named as the Mendeleev. And he was the founder of the groups as well as the periods. The thing he done was he made the elements, that is a known element at the time, to react with the hydrogen as well as the oxygen. Why he made the elements to react with the hydrogen as well as oxygen? Because they reacted, all the elements reacted with hydrogen as well as oxygen to form the compound. And so let us explore. So what happens here? When this hydrogen, that is when the metals and the metals are known metals, it was not classified, and today we know that elements are differentiated into metals, known metals as well as the metalloid. At the time of Mendeleev, the thing is that only element was found, so and they were made to react with the hydrogen as well as the oxygen. So what happens is that when the element sodium was made to react with the oxygen, it formed sodium oxide. What is this, students? This is metal oxide. You are very much familiar about the, or very much familiar with the term metal oxide. That is metal plus oxide, it means metal oxide. So here we will get sodium oxide when lithium was made to react with oxygen. We will get lithium oxide when magnesium was made to react with oxygen. You will get magnesium oxide when calcium was made to react with oxygen. You will get calcium oxide, and when potassium was made to react with oxygen, you will get potassium oxide. And again is that these metals were again made to react with hydrogen, and you know that they were made to react with hydrogen as well as oxygen. When they were made to react with the hydrogen, that is sodium hydride, lithium hydride, magnesium hydride, calcium hydride and potassium hydride respectively. And this is a reaction, that is for Na plus O2 will give to Na2O sodium oxide, and lithium oxide, sodium plus water will give hydrogen gas plus metal oxide, metal hydroxide, and sodium will give sodium hydroxide plus hydrogen gas. That is here the thing is that he found that when he made to react with the oxygen as well as the hydrogen, he found out that there were some properties which were which were similar to each other. That is elements, the compound formed by these elements were similar to each other, and wherever there were similarities in between these, he placed them into a group, that is R2O. Under R2O, he placed Li, Na as well as K, RO, calcium as well as magnesium. And when this was done, it was in the increasing order of atomic mass. So he found out that these elements were arranged in the increasing order of atomic masses, and there were elements with the same properties as well as different properties, and the elements with the similar properties were grouped under one category. So when he was he observed elements in same group appeared after a fixed number of elements. So we can say that lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, and after that the sodium, which have the same property of that lithium, is repeated, is repeated and again after a regular interval of time or regular interval of elements, that is say 1 2 3 4 5 6. After 6 elements, again the element with the same property was repeated, and again after sodium, that is 1 2 3 4 5 6, again potassium, which had the similar property of sodium as well as the lithium. See here, You can observe it here, that is they were repeated, that is the properties of the elements with the similar properties were repeated after regular intervals of element. And what is this called? As we have learned in the previous class, this is known as the periodicity. Understood, right? And elements are arranged in increasing order of their atomic masses. See students, carbon, the atomic mass of carbon is 12, 14 and 15, that is they are arranged like increasing order of their atomic mass, and not like nitrogen first then after carbon or oxygen. That is they are arranged in the increasing order of their atomic mass. It should be kept in mind, that is a very much important point. And based upon this, he coined if the famous law, Mendeleev's law, that is properties of elements are the periodic function of their atomic mass. So we can say that the properties of element are the periodic function of their atomic mass. And he found out groups as well as the periods in the periodic table. In the groups, that is he arranged elements with the similar properties were arranged, that is in these groups elements, as we have seen in the modern periodic as we have seen the Mendeleev's periodic table. In the Mendeleev's periodic table, the thing was that elements with the similar properties were arranged under one group, and in the periods they were arranged in the regular increasing atomic mass. So what the thing was that he found out the gap that is in his as you can see in this picture, he found out that he placed gaps in between his periodic table, and so that in future other elements would be discovered. Brilliant idea, right? That is he placed gaps in between the elements, and the gaps, for example, eka boron, eka aluminum, eka silicon, and he named the elements of that gaps. And so later on, for eka boron, scandium was found, eka aluminum, gallium, eka silicon, germanium was found respectively. And next is these were the postulates of the Mendeleev's periodic table. Noble gases, and at the time of Mendeleev, students, what are the noble gases? Please comment in it in the comment section. So what were the noble gases? The noble gases are the elements that is which are very much noble, that is they will not react with the that is the stabler elements in the periodic table. So they won't react with any other element. So this noble gas which now it is found in the 18th group, and this noble gas were not discovered at the time of Mendeleev. What he done was that he left some spaces at the last, that is as you can see in the picture, that is he left some spaces so that it could be found. If whenever some other elements could be found, it won't alter or disturb the position of other elements. So elements with the similar properties always stay together. For example, lithium, beryllium, carbon had the similar properties, and those stayed together at all the times. And the limitations of this Mendeleev's periodic table was that between two consecutive element, mass difference was not fixed. So we can say that cadmium as well as the tin, and in between this indium was seen, but atomic difference in between cadmium as well as the tin was 6 unit. 6 unit, and remember the difference, atomic mass difference was 6 unit. And next is that lead as well as the tellurium, and the difference was that 6 unit, that is the difference by 6 unit of atomic mass. But there was no element found in between this lead as well as the tellurium, but here in this case there is an element called indium in between the cadmium as well as the zinc. So we can say that this mass difference is not constant all the time, so we cannot predict that is what will be the element present or what will be the atomic masses of the element which will be found later. Next limitation was that isotopes could not be placed in same group despite of similar chemical nature. So these isotopes were not able to be placed in the same group. You know that the isotopes have the similar chemical nature. So isotopes, isotopes of carbon which have the similar chemical nature, but they were not able to place in the same group. And next is that position of hydrogen. Hydrogen, you know that hydrogen which is the lightest element known, and here this hydrogen which had the properties of the metals like sodium, that is they reacted with the chlorine, that is H, to form HCl as well as NaCl, that is sodium chloride. That is when hydrogen were made to react with the chlorine, they formed HCl, and when metals were made to react with the chlorine, they formed metal chloride. These properties were very similar to each other. It can be placed on under first group, one condition. Or it had the similar properties of that of halogen. Halogen, you know that chlorine, fluorine, bromine, iodine are the halogen, and that is it had the similar properties of that of halogen. When that is they formed diatomic molecules like H2, similarly as in the case of halogen, which will form Cl2. So they reacted with a carbon to form CH4, similarly CCl4. That is the similar, they had the similar properties of that of metals, some metals, as well as they had the similar property of some metals in the case first group element, as well as they had the similar properties of that of halogen. So it was a bit confusing where to place this hydrogen, whether in the first group or in the place of this halogen. So there it was not sure for Mendeleev. Later it was found, and so we can say that these are the limitations of Mendeleev's. And you have seen the postulates of Mendeleev's periodic table, and this Mendeleev have have played a wide major role in the foundation of this our modern periodic table. And in the next class we will be studying about the modern periodic table and its rules. So students, be prepared for that, and please like and subscribe my channel, and share with your friends. You know that sharing is caring, right? So share with your friends, and please support me. And in the next class we will be studying about the modern periodic table. So I hope you are very much clear about the Mendeleev's periodic table.